Welcome to this product education series on Harness SEI, your go-to platform for deep insights into the software delivery lifecycle. Today, we are going to learn about how lead time calculation works in Harness SEI. So, what is lead time? Lead time is the total time it takes for a change to go from planning to coding or building through the CI/CD processes and finally reaching the customer. It helps teams understand how quickly they can deliver value and where improvements can be made in the development process. In this video, we'll walk through an example using a Jira ticket to track its lead time across different stages. The Jira ticket was created at 9:50 a.m., and its status was changed to planning at 10 a.m. Now, considering the planning status is mapped to a stage defined in the workflow profile, the lead time here is 10 minutes. This represents the time it took for the Jira ticket to move from creation to the planning stage. It's important to note that in this example, the starting event is the ticket created event. Similarly, now when the Jira ticket is moved into the status in progress at 10:05 a.m., the lead time for the in progress stage becomes 5 minutes, as it took 5 minutes for the Jira ticket to transition between when it was put in planning and when it was moved into in progress status. Now, when the Jira ticket is moved to the in-progress status, it essentially means the change or issue is now taken up for development. By default, the lead time workflow has all the development stages configured, which include lead time to first commit, PR creation time, time to first comment, approval time, and merge time. In this example, the commit is created at 10:10 a.m. The lead time for the commit becomes the time it took to create the commit since the Jira ticket was transitioned into the in-progress status, which in this case was at 10:05 a.m. Thus, the lead time to first commit becomes 5 minutes. Similarly, the PR with this commit was created at 10:11 a.m., so the lead time for the PR creation time stage becomes 1 minute. Once the PR is created, the first comment on the PR was added at 10:15 a.m. This means the lead time for the time to comment stage becomes 4 minutes, indicating it took 4 minutes for the first comment to be added to the pull request since it was created. The first approval on the pull request was added at 10:16 a.m., so the lead time for the approval stage becomes 1 minute, as it took 1 minute to add the approval after the first comment was made. The PR was then merged at 10:17 a.m., making the lead time for the merge time stage 1 minute, as it took 1 minute to merge the PR after the first approval was added. Once the PR is merged, the CI build is triggered, and the system tracks the time it takes for the build to complete and generate an artifact, which in this example was completed at 10:20 a.m. Thus, the lead time for the CI stage becomes 3 minutes, representing the time taken to complete the build and generate an artifact after the PR was merged. Similarly, the CD stage tracks the time taken to deploy the generated artifact. In this case, the CD pipeline completed the deployment at 10:24 a.m., so the lead time for the CD stage becomes 4 minutes, indicating it took 4 minutes to deploy the artifact after the CI build was completed. Once the CD stage is completed, the developer marks the Jira ticket as done at 11 a.m., meaning the lead time for the final stage in the workflow becomes 36 minutes, as it took 36 minutes for the developer to mark the ticket as done after the artifact was deployed into production. The total lead time for this ticket is calculated as the sum of the individual lead times for each stage. In this example, the total lead time is 70 minutes, meaning it took 70 minutes for the change to move across all the stages in the software delivery lifecycle and finally be shipped to the end user. This was an example of lead time calculation for a single ticket. Similarly, the system tracks and measures the lead time for all eligible tickets and then provides the overall lead time as either average, median, P90, or P95, based on the widget configuration in the dashboard. Please refer to the documentation shared along with this video to learn more about different scenarios of how lead time is computed in Harness SEI. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us by creating a support ticket in the Harness support portal.